YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about my labor and delivery story. And Madison is a little fussy right now, so she will be in the video as well. So pretty much starting from the day before I went into labor, I had a doctor's appointment. I was 39 weeks and I had a doctor's appointment at 1. I went and I was having contractions like every 3 to 6 minutes. And they weren't too painful. So I didn't really, think anything of it to like stay at the hospital. But I was still 1 centimeter and the doctor told me that I wasn't in labor. She was kind of a jerk about it, but she told me that I wasn't in labor. So pretty much she said she'd see me at 40 weeks. I was like super disappointed because I was so ready to not be pregnant anymore. So I went home. I took a nap, but I couldn't really sleep that great because of the contractions. I finally actually fell into a deep sleep. My husband had left for work and I woke up and I was in like this intense, I don't even think it was an intense pain, honestly. It was more so the pressure that I felt plus the contractions. So I didn't know I was in labor, so I called my mom. And she pretty much told me like, yeah, you probably in labor, you need to go to the hospital. So my husband took me up to the hospital and I was 4 centimeters. And this was at like 4 o'clock. So from the time that I had my doctor's appointment to 4 o'clock, I had, dilated 4 centimeters. So, yeah, they admitted me and they talked about if they wanted to start me on Pitocin if I didn't dilate more and wanted me to walk around. But the baby's heartbeat was not doing what it was supposed to, like being high. So, thankfully, every hour to 2 hours, I dilated about 2 more centimeters. So they didn't put me on Pitocin, and I didn't get an epidural because I could handle the contractions at that time. So I got to 7 centimeters, and they broke my water. I thought that part was going to be a lot worse than what it was. I thought it was going to be this dramatic effect, like water just gushing out, but it wasn't. So after that, I'm like, okay. They said the contractions are supposed to get worse, but I had 2 contractions after that, and they were pretty much the same. And then, out of nowhere, these contractions hit me so hard, I was in tears. And I told my husband, I'm like, I cannot do this. I need this epidural, like, right now, like, ASAP. So, I got the epidural. I was so scared to get it because I'm like, this needle and just my back, I could be paralyzed, whatever. I'm like freaking out. So I got the epidural and it was so heavenly. It kicked in almost immediately and I was just like, thank you, Jesus. I was so happy and relaxed. After that, it pretty much went really fast. My husband left to go pick my mother up from the airport because she flew in to be there. And she got there at around 12, and before I knew it, I was like 10 centimeters. So I started to push, and she was coming down. So at 2:44 a.m. on May 30th, I had little Madison. She was 5 pounds, 14 ounces, and 18.5 inches long. And overall, it went fast to me. She came out and, like, everything just went fast. They took her, weighed her, and all that stuff. And she was breathing kind of fast, they said. So they put her in the NICU and monitored her breathing for, I think, a day and a half. She was on oxygen. And they had a feeding tube and like just a lot of stuff was going on. Man, I cried the first time I saw her in the NICU because I'm like, oh my God, it's all these wires and everything. It was so crazy. But eventually she got better, like really fast actually. And we got to take her home. I tore a very, 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 very small tear, like really small, on my perineum, and so I had to get stitches. And other than that, it was fine. Those stitches hurt, like the after part, that they hurt a lot. But other than that, everything went smooth. Everything was fine. It was like, I guess, the best labor I could think of. It didn't really start the way I imagined it would. I thought I would go into labor with this big dramatic effect of my water breaking and everything, but no. But I'm trying to think if there was anything else. All of my doctors and nurses were super nice. Um, Madison is a really good baby. Trying to think. I don't know. I wasn't really tired after giving birth. More so like during the delivery, I was like tired, even though I only had to push like 3 or 4 times. Um, what else? I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. I think that's it. Yeah. So I had a pretty good delivery. So that is my labor and delivery story, and I might put up some footage in my next video of the actual delivery. It's not too graphic. So yeah, stay tuned for more.